Hello, I'm Debbie and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're doing the long readings for Libra season. So look at this as more of the chapters, where the short readings are more of the pages. Now, we're doing Libra season, and that will be whatever your sign is in Libra season. I would also suggest that you look up your your rising, ascending, your Venus, your moon, and, take a look at those to see how they may be affecting you also. But this will be a long reading, and so I will be using a bunch of cards. Now, I use my, three of these decks will be Radley Valentine. Here is my Angel Tarot cards, which I will use for the main reading. I will then go to John Holland's Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards to kind of get clarification. I then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards for some extra words of advice. We circle back to Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. I'll do 3 also with those. Guardian Angel Tarot cards, will pull 1. And then I will finish up with my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy, but remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. All right, now I'm an intuitive channeler. That means that I open myself to higher power, and I ask just basically whatever you need to hear, let that come through. And hopefully it does resonate with you. Any cards that are reversed have stronger energies. Also, to make sure that you write down the numbers. Numbers are very important, and there's ways to look that up on the internet. You can put it in a search browser, the numbers. You can put angel numbers behind it. There's just ways to look those things up. Also, too, when I mention higher power, that's whoever that is to you. That could be your guardian angel, your spirit guides, your voice of the universe, your divine, your source, whoever that is to you. Okay? Okay. So, first, before we start, again, let me go through my little listing. And there's a lot of stuff going on right now in Libra season. Now, I'm going to be reading this. And, and I also will post this on my blog with, just with this and with the websites too. And then I will put a link to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Okay. So we enter Libra season with 3 planets going direct. Mercury, which is in Libra right now. Remember, the shadow of retrograde has begun on the 13th. Also, Venus, which is in Scorpio, and Mars, which is in Libra. Now, we are in Libra season. Libra season is about justice and balance. Remember that, with Mars and Libra don't necessarily go along quite well. So Mars could be pushing Libra outside of Libra's boundaries. Libra could be, be talking Mars' ears off and kind of saying, no, you have to balance things more and more. Libra season is about restoring and finding balance and justice. But there's a lot of air energy again throughout Libra season. We finished up a Virgo season. Libra had a really strong mark there. The air energy was very, very strong. Now we have 5 planets retrograde. We have Jupiter in Aquarius. However, it goes direct October 18th at 1:30 a.m. All the times are Eastern Standard Time. We have Saturn in Aquarius, which is again going direct October 10th at 10:17. Neptune, which is in Pisces, that will be going direct. That will be retrograde. Pluto in Capricorn goes direct on October 7th, 2029 p.m. And Uranus in Taurus will stay retro. Now, Mercury in Libra, we talked about, that we were in the shadow of the retrograde because it's usually 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after. It does go retrograde September 27th at 1:10 a.m. It is in Libra. It will stay retrograde until October 18th at 11:17 a.m. when it goes back direct. Now, there is some things going on, Pluto, which is in Capricorn. There's something a little bit odd going on with that. I need to do some more research. But Pluto is a very slow moving planet. Pluto has a lot of, tear down to build up type of energy. Now, in the early springs, or that would be in the northern hemisphere, or actually would still be in the winter time, February 19th, 2022. I read somewhere, and again, I need to look this up more so, but I think we need to be aware of it, that this will be in, let me see if I can phrase this correctly. This will be in the place that it was for the United States back in 1775. So now, if you know anything about America's history, the United States history, you'll know we were going into, or we were getting ready for what was called, or what is called, the Revolutionary War. So that in itself, I want you to just be kind of aware of that. I know this has nothing to do with Libra season, but as I do my research, this popped up, and I think we need to know about it. All right, now, we're going to kind of go quickly through Libra season just because I'm going to reference you to another website, and again, it'll be, I'll put that in my blog. But let's go through the dates. September 22nd, the Sun enters Libra, which is an air sign, at 3:21 p.m. Again, all of these are Eastern Standard Time. Now, the autumn equinox starts also at 3:22. That's if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, it would be your spring equinox. This is where day and night, light and dark, balance each other. So it's supposed to be where there's a certain point where there will be 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. It also is a time, because we will be going into what is, towards the end, and this is in Scorpio season. We'll go into All Hallows Eve, Halloween. This is where we're entering a time where the veil, at least, the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and that is between what I call the supernatural and the natural, or the physical and the metaphysical. Now, let's go ahead, put these out here, and let's pull a couple of cards to see what we need to know about Libra season. And this is my Rider Tarot cards. These are the traditional tarot cards. So let's see what we have as an overview. Okay, now, this is a 15, so now we know that there's 5 energy here. 5 energy has a lot of change energy here. This is traditionally the devil, because it says the devil. The thing that I want you to remember is this is, a lot of times, this is either running away from your fears or facing your fears. Okay, so Libra season could be one of those times that you either confront your fears or you just don't, you have your head buried in the sand. So take a look at this, so here we have the devil, very scary, very ominous. The star is off-centered, or the pentagram is off-centered, so that does bring kind of an evil energy to this. And, basically not necessarily a nice type of energy. But then you have the two, the male, the female. And with that is that they are in chains. They are bound. The thing, though, if you ever look at it, is the chains are loose. So they can slip their chains if they choose to. But again, these are choices. So again, this has a lot of confronting your fears, also possibly just not dealing with your fears, running away type of energy. When I get this, when I see this, this is, to me, a lot of things are going to happen where you're going to have to confront some unpleasant information, unpleasant choices, and just unpleasantness. But you have to confront it, otherwise you will let fear rule you. And remember what I'm always saying. I am always saying this, and again, this is a good saying, so take this for however your spirituality leads you. Fear is the tool of the devil. Okay? That's how the devil keeps the people entrapped. So this is, again, choices, and Libra, Libra season has a lot of weird stuff going on. that will be, bringing things to the head. Okay, let's go on to our next card. Now, this one is reversed, and here we go. This is a major arcana. This is also a major arcana, and this is a number 1. 1 is, new beginnings, new starts. This is the Magician, and if you notice, they have the same hand gestures in many ways. How and this is basically as above, as below type of energy here. But this one, while this one is a little bit more, not quite as, committed, this one is very strong energy here. This one is saying things can happen. But again, it's within it's what you can actually manifest. Now, let's go on here. And this is wonderful. So now we have a 1-5, we have a 1, and now we have a 10. This is the 10 of Cups. Cups is water energy. Water energy is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We just, we're about to enter into Scorpio season after Libra. We just had that, right now Venus is in Scorpio, and we just had, when this reading is beginning, we will have just, and I mean just, because I think the full moon in Pisces is the 20th or the 21st of September. So we will still have that Pisces energy. Now, the 10 of Cups is happiness, is very much, happy home, happy feelings, just things happening for the better. Okay, so, but again, it all comes back to, do you face your fears or do you let your fears rule you? All right, so now that's what we have for the 22nd, and that's when Libra energy begins, Libra season. Now we go to the 23rd, that's September, and Venus in Scorpio. Okay, now that's an interesting, there's a lot of intensity with Venus in Scorpio right now with relationships. However, they are opposing, so that energy opposes Uranus in Taurus, and that'll be about 5:40 a.m. the morning of. And, Uranus and Taurus is always about, expect the unexpected, especially, that's more with Uranus, but Taurus is in your reality. So expect the unexpected in your reality. So there could be some very interesting relationships that, there could be those, those truths that you thought were true and now you find out the real truth. There's going to be something with your relationship at that time. Now, we're going to go then to, and this is where I just said, this is weird relationship energies. And this is going to start around the 29th and 30th of September. Because there's major energies going on with Libra, Saturn, Scorpio, Neptune, and Jupiter. And then even in October 2nd, Venus, Scorpio with Pluto. And Pluto again has that destruction, or has, things have to end in order for them to begin energy. So there's going to be some weird relationships around that end of the month, end of September, beginning of October. And I'm going to pull 2 cards for that, because relationships, it takes 2 to tango. Let's see what we have here. And we're going to just do the 2 cards, 1 and 2. The Lovers. So yes, all about the relationships. And the relationships can be work, job, career, personal, intimate, interpersonal, family, or home. I'm going to kind of say, that this is going to be more, I don't like doing this. This is going to be more the intimate, romantic, or personal. So let's go to this next card. Justice. Justice within the relationship. Now remember, Libra is all about justice and balance. So, now, if you notice, I also have these little, like Y's and N's. And basically, if somebody asks me a yes-no question, I pull this card. Well, the answer is pretty much a no. This one would be a yes. So here we have a maybe, but here we have a yes. So we have 6. 6 is the number of man. It's what you put into the relationships. So if you're putting garbage in, you get garbage out. If you're unfaithful, don't expect the relationship to or if one of the parties is unfaithful and, and it's known, well, even if it's not known, don't expect it to last. Justice will occur. If it's a very true and, and very faithful, justice then says yes. Now, This is again, so this is a 6 and this is an 11. Again, we have that 1-1 energy going back to that. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 is choices, decisions, relationships also. Okay, so now we have that going on, and that's going to be the weird relationship energies. Now, I'm going to reference this. It's the www.the-astrologer.net. I've referenced them a couple of times, and I like to, when I do this, when I'm doing what I'm feeling needs to be looked at, this is one of the websites that I do go to. And this one will talk about how, so this is major energies from the 6th of October going forward. Now, we have October 6th is the new moon, and it will be in Libra, and that comes about 7:05 a.m. Okay, so now we've got some cards that just wanted to come out. Let's see what we have with this major energy. Now, the other thing that I want you to know is that 6 planets from October 6th onward, there will be 6 planets in what is called the masculine air signs. So I'm going to put out, whenever it's the air signs, because that is Aquarius, that's Libra, which is really, really heavy. It's also Gemini. I really didn't see any Gemini this time around, but this is where you need to speak it out. Keep your thoughts, your words positive, and speak it out. The new moon is a time of a new cycle. And remember, new moon to full moon is when you request. Full moon is your release, relinquish, and request. Full moon to new moon is when it gets smaller, so that is your waning moon, and that's when you get rid of things. Okay, so let's see what we have for this, this major energies from the 6th on. Okay, so here we have the Page of Cups. Again, this is reversed. Cups, again, we have discussed that. Now, the underlying energy of Cups, however, is our earth energy. That is our Virgo, our Capricorn. It is also our Taurus energy. Very solid, tangible, money, job, career, home type of energy. And we also have Pluto in Capricorn. So expect, and then that thing that we just came through with Uranus, even though that was back on the 23rd, expect some weird stuff going on with that too. So this is kind of a quizzical type of energy. This is kind of a, pages to me are optimistic. They're looking forward to whatever they have to look forward to. And this has kind of a questioning vibe to me at this time. It doesn't mean that that things aren't going to go forward in a positive way. In fact, the page believes everything will be positive but the page is also looking at things that, there's a fish in his cup. And the page is also looking at it as, what is this all about? So I feel like the page is going to be questioning. The Page of Cups will be questioning a lot of things that's going on in the world, in their world, and, and making some reevaluations. Now, we have these cards that wanted to come out, so let's take them one at a time. The Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles is that earth energy again. Queen's underlying energy is water, cups. So you have kind of the reverse on this. So this one, where the water energy was fluid and emotional, this one, yes, fluid and emotional, but this is a woman of substance. This is a woman that goes after what she needs, but in that physical sense. Okay, it's not the Queen of the Queen of Rods or Wands, or the Queen of Swords, but she goes after the protection of her family. She goes after making things right for the ones that are entrusted to her. But she is also a woman of substance. So the new moon is also telling you, so be quizzical, be questioning, but at the same time, go after what it is you want. Make those wishes. Put them out there. Let's see, next card. So now we have another yes, no card, a maybe. This one has a lot of judgment energy. So what would that have been about? That would have been about October 6th. This is 20, which is 2 tens, and we talked about what 10s are. We've talked about what 2s are, judgment time type of energy here. So we've got some strong stuff happening in Libra. Now with judgment, there is also a new start, a new beginning, a new kind of like, and remember when I talk about Mercury retrograde, which have we gotten to there? Yes, yeah, we got to Mercury retrograde already. Mercury retrograde is a time of great karmic balancing happening. So if you've been putting out good karma, things will come back in the betterment. If so just really watch your words, your thoughts type of energy, and how you're feeling towards people. We don't want to have negative karma, because then it means that we've met everything and we can just go on and leave. But this is judgment. This is, being weighed, in some is where you weigh the heart against the feather, type of energy here. So we got some interesting stuff going on right now. Now, your last card here. Okay, and this is again that 10 energy. And this is 10 of Swords. Swords is Libra energy, Aquarius. It is also Gemini energy, thought processes, hearing news, words, strategic planning. It's done. Everything is done. So whatever it is that you've been being judged on, whatever this is all about, it's done. This is an ending to a phase, to a season, to it's just an ending. And then with that ending, you can see this person is done. No more. It's not you. It's not you. Okay. It's more or less like, this is a little overkill in some ways, but it's like, it's done. Let's move on. Okay. Let's go on now, and we will move on. So I told you that we have 6 planets in masculine air signs. Okay. Then we have a return of fire energy. So October 7th, Venus transitions into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is adventurous. So this might be, after all of the intensity of of Scorpio and all that we've talked about, Venus now goes into adventurous Sagittarius to try new things, to just kind of breathe again. Remember, fire energy is our wands, our rods, also fire. And that is our Sagittarius. It is our Aries. It is also our Leo energy. Passionate, burning, determined. So things will be happening. Let's just pull one card for October 7th to see what does it mean when Venus goes into Sagittarius. Let's go on here. So we have covered all of the energies. We've covered air, water, earth, and fire. So I won't be doing that in the longer readings. Let's see what we have. Okay, now this is again reversed. This is a 12, a 1, and a 2, or a 10 plus a 2. Interesting. This would give us a no, but this is the Hangman. And the Hangman, you can see he's also a holy man. You can see by the halo. So this is a Hangman. This is look at things from a different perspective. Look at your relationship from a different perspective. That's an interesting one for me, at least. I feel that I think that we all need to be a little bit receptive. We need to compromise maybe a little bit more. It's also possibly looking at the other person's point of view. It doesn't mean you have to agree with it, but it does go with possibly it's a good thing to listen to it at least. Now, I'm going to just jump ahead to October 20th. We will then have some more fire energy, and that is when we have the full moon in Aries at 10:56 a.m. And again, so now we have that balance where we have we haven't really had a lot of water. No, we have had water energy. We've had our earth energy. We've had air energy. And now we come back to our fire energy. So now Libra is coming back into that balance. Let's see what else we have. We're going to do 2 cards here and see for that full moon. The full moon, the Heraphant. Now, the Heraphant is the tradition, the traditionalist. This would be a lot of times with your government, with your church, but basically it's just following the rules. But again, we have a 5. 5 is all about change. So there could be some changes in our spiritual belief. There could be some changes where we either embrace the traditional or we say, maybe this is a little bit too much for us, and we need to step away from that. So that would be more around that full moon in Aries. And then our last card here, This is the Queen of Wands, and this is what I was mentioning before when we have the Queen of Pentacles. Wands, again, is our fire energy. This is embrace the full moon. Embrace the wondrous of it. You know, remember, passionate, burning, determined, fly high, fly high. There's a renewed optimism. Again, this could be the thing stable a little bit more in your natural world, or it could be that, you know, that the world opens up and as you break away from the traditional. And the Queen of Wands is just basically saying fly high. Okay, now we come then to the 23rd of October, and this is just right barely in the 23rd. Again, the times are Eastern, so some of this could be, you know, still on the 22nd, or it could be on, you know, it could be 23rd. I don't know. But this is at 51 minutes after midnight. The Libra season ends and Scorpio season begins. And this one is 4. 4 has stability. This is the 4 of Swords. Basically, rest, take a time off, breathe a little bit, let things chill out a little bit. While we have these that are hanging on the wall, the swords hanging on the wall, we have one that's hidden. So there's still hidden secrets to come, hidden things to happen. And at the same time, even though this looks like some, you know, we go back to something's ended, this is, you know, I don't know, is he on top of a coffin? Is he on top of a, you know, is he one of those statuettes type of thing? I'm not sure. It just, basically, I'm getting the just rest, take it easy. You've got hidden information, and Scorpio is, you know, is about uncovering a lot of hidden information. So, wow. So again, too, there's a lot of things going on in Libra season, and there was even more. But I was like, no, we can't just go down that route. But as we do our small readings, our short readings, as I do them, I will try to get a little more information and put them in the introduction. Okay? Okay. Let's take a deep breath. A lot seems to be happening, and let's go on and start our long readings. Hello, my Sagittariuses, and yes, it is now Libra season. So let's see how this is going to be for you. I do think that you need to go after what you want this season. I think that you need to think things through, not necessarily be as emotional. And I think that things are going to happen in a really interesting way for you. I think it's going to be positive. I feel positive energy now for you. Okay, so now we have the King of Water that has popped out, and we also have the 8 of Fire. Now, King's underlying energy is Swords, air energy, which has a lot to do with our, excuse me, our Libra energy and our Aquarius energy. So it's thinking things through. However, water energy, and this is reversed, water energy is our Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, fluid emotional. The King of Water has gone through all the ups and downs, but has come out, you know, emotionally. He has experienced he has experienced his heart being pulled out of his, you know, chest. He has experienced loss. He has experienced the, you know, the romance also, but he has come out much wiser and much stronger. Now, the King of Water is telling you that it's time to have that adventure again. Time for you to trust again. It is okay for you, in fact, to trust again. Time for you to start thinking about things in a more emotional manner. Always keep your head on, you know, your head straight. Let's put it this way. Always keep, you know, think about things first, but it's okay for you to go after emotionally what it is, who it is you're looking at. So this is one of, you know, put yourself out there a little bit more, my Sagittariuses. Let the energies kind of flow a little more for you. I'm going to sneeze, excuse me. Okay. So, you know, basically trust your emotions, trust your gut, trust your heart a little more, but, you know, also have a little bit of thought process with this, okay? Think things through carefully. Don't necessarily, you know, you don't want to be the one to be giving everything. So make sure that the relationship, because we're in Libra season, make sure that you're having a balanced relationship. So you can care, you can love, you can go after whatever those relationships are, but make sure you're getting it back too. Okay? You want that balance, otherwise it just doesn't work. But the King of Water is saying, kind of get out there again. Get out there again. It's okay to get out there again. Now, again, that could be personal relationship, but it could also be time for you to get a job. It could be time for you to start your business, start to live again. Okay, the King of Water, like I said, King of Water, if I didn't say, has a really strong and very high emotional IQ, emotional quotient. Okay? Trustworthy, compassionate, respected, cultured. Open your heart and mind to those around you. Trustworthy and heartfelt advice, charity work. Now, the Eight of Fire is your energy. Eights are unlimited opportunities, possibilities. There's lots of movement going on around you. Now, remember, Venus goes into Sagittarius, so there is going to be this emotional relationship type of adventurous type of energy all around you, and there's going to be all these possibilities. The thing is now, I want you to be a little choosier. If you're looking for a relationship in that manner, and I don't go down there, but it feels very relationship-y to me. If you're looking, be a little choosier, okay? You do not have to just accept whoever comes along, whoever smiles at you, whoever's nice to you. Be a little choosier. There's a lot of opportunities out there, and you don't have to just be oh yes. It's kind of like when when you're a teenager and somebody asks you out to the prom. Oh, somebody asked me. Be a little choosier because you have choices. That's the thing. You do have choices. Go a little bit slow because things are going to pick up on their own as it goes along anyway. So the Eight of Fire. Events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. Now, these are the two that fell out. Let's see what I pulled. Renewal. So, renewal goes back to the Judgment card in the beginning, in the introduction. So we have an 8-2-0. This is Archangel Jeremiah. This has time for you to look at things, look at your life, look at what you've been doing, look at your past relationships also. And again, this could be your work or job or your home also, but it kind of feels very personal to me. So yeah, we'll go down that romantic pace a little bit. But the thing about this is you need to kind of look back. If you've heard it before and it did not turn out well, so if somebody comes up and they're telling you about an old girlfriend, boyfriend, and it's always their fault, and it's always this, and you want to go, oh, I understand. But if you've heard it before, run, okay? If you've heard it before, run. People don't change their spots, and if you're attracted to a certain type, you might be, it might be the same type that you're going to. But so if you've heard it before, and it didn't turn out well, run. And that can also be with your job or your career. If they're offering you all these wonderful things and and you're just kind of like in your gut, kind of feeling, not quite, run. Anyway, renewal, we have a 20. This goes back to our Judgment card. This is Archangel Jeremiah. This is basically telling you to just look at things a little carefully, but it doesn't mean that you have to totally run just yet, because it might be a little bit different this time around. So review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. Again, if you've heard it before, run. All right, let's go on. So yeah, it does seem to be very personal and very, there does seem to be a very strong, caring, romantic. I don't know if it's romantic. It just seems very personal Libra energy for you, okay? Or Libra season for you. So we have an 8-2-0. Let's see what we have here now. Okay, there's one. Moving on. So we have 6, number of man, leaving the darkness, going into the light, also too, I don't know if that's a clock, if that's a compass, a watch, if that's a compass, but I think it's a compass, and I would say that he's being led by, even though this is his energies, he's being led by something beyond him. Okay, let's go on now and see. So again, leaving, if you look, these leaves are dying and these leaves are nice and green and healthy. Moving on, going from the dark into the light. Next card. Heart chakra. So now we have a 4. 4s are stability, organizational energy. It's also leadership energy. This is the heart chakra. This is, this is emotional energy. This is healing energy. So something, again, this goes back to that king of water. That goes back to that emotional relationship. It goes back to some of this is, giving of your heart again. Some of this is also healing from an older relationship. Now, the heart chakra, it's interesting because there's 7 main chakras. There's others, but we'll go with these. From the heart to the crown is your spiritual, or it's your supernatural. But then from your heart again to your base, I like to call that the natural. So your heart shares both. It shares the natural plus it shares the supernatural. So there's healing with the heart chakra. There's connection with the heart chakra. There is, looking, and again, what did this say here? Open your heart and mind to those around you. Okay, next card. Now we have a 9. So we have a 6, 4, 9 on this row. Now 9 again. So you're getting, there's a lot of that spiritual energy right now to connecting with your higher power right now. 9 say basically you have everything you need. You just need to put them in the right spot. And this also is about spiritual strength. This is also saying trust that higher power. Trust who it is that guides you, whoever that is for you. Okay? So there's a lot of supernatural connection, which makes sense because we're going into that time when the veil between supernatural and natural, thins out, gets thinner, so we can kind of go back and forth a little bit between. And then we have Mercury Retrograde, so there's some karmic type of energy there too. So, but the thing too, remember, lots of opportunities, that 8 of fire, and things happening faster. So things don't always happen faster in the spiritual realm as fast as we'd like it to. But it does feel like in the natural realm, things could be, you could actually, a lot of the wishes, a lot of the hopes, a lot of the things you've been putting out could be coming back at this time for you. Okay, so let's go on now and see what we have. What words of advice from my Osha Zen Tarot cards for my Sagittariuses. So 6, 4, 9. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, and 3. Alrighty, here we are. Letting go, letting go. So here we have the 8 again. So here's our 8 up here. 8, letting go, because when you let go, when you let go, things can come. So, and part of that has to do with the healing energies, with the heart also, and with the open your heart. So maybe this has been that you have been letting go. Maybe you have let go. Maybe you've already done it. Maybe you're in the process. But again, too, if you want more, again, go back to what I was talking about with the devil, living with what you know, live with, the devil you know versus the devil you don't know. But in order for you to move on, in order for things to change, this is one thing, let go, let go. And as the full moon wanes or gets smaller, it's a good time to do that. Next card is patience. So now we have a 7. Okay, we did not have any 7s before. The moon cycles, basically, again, from the full moon to the new moon to the full moon again. And basically it's just saying, you don't necessarily have to rush in. You just have to be ready. You have to be open. You have to be open to receive. Things are moving faster than you possibly know. Or that things are moving about you. There's many, many opportunities there. Just let things happen as they are. Again, if you've heard it before and it didn't turn out really well, run. Anyway, here we go. Next card, moment to moment. Again, what we just said. Basically, just live in the present for now. Not necessarily my Sagittarius, as many times we want to make things happen. We want to be, now let things happen organically, moment to moment. Okay, and that's a 2. So you have a 8, 7, and a 2 with those numbers. Well, let's go on and see what we have with my Archangel Power Tarot cards. Okay. First, 1, 2, and 3. They get messy here. Here we go. The Page of Ariel. So this is work energy. Page's underlying energy is earth, earth. Ariel is earth energy. This is, so they're, kind of taking the emphasis off of the relationship personal right now. It could be that this personal relationship, though, could be in your work relationship. But basically, concentrate on your work. Concentrate on the things that pay your bills. Concentrate on the things that are more on the tangible. The other things will be happening around you, but you need to be concentrating on what needs to be done. Now, pages, again, are optimistic. They love life. And the Page of Ariel, this is about a new opportunity, new job, new career, new direction, new promotion. Concentrate on that for now, because everything else will follow. Okay? Everything else is going to follow. So, reliable, clever, educated, balanced, which is good for Libra season. An excellent opportunity will be offered to you. Scholarships or the pursuit of education. Time to get to work. Your next card, 6 of Michael. So you've got so much movement going on. 6 again is, the number of man. Michael, air energy, sword energy. Moving from the dark to the light. Light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation, or travel. So things are happening around you now, maybe. And again, while we're heading into more of that work energy, it does not mean that romantic energy is leaving you. It's actually you're coming into kind of that culmination of all things. Anyway, let's go on. Next card. Leap of faith. So we have a 6 and we have a 0 here. 0, God, universal source energy. Leap of faith, Archangel Michael. Did we have any others? Yes, we had Jeremiah here, and now we have Archangel Metatron. I said Michael. Metatron believed to have been Enoch. Leap of faith, believe in yourself, have some fun, do what makes you happy. Okay? Because when you're happy, my Sagittariuses, that emanates out of you. People can see that, and you become extremely attractive to many. But again, be a little choosy, okay? Be a little choosy this time around. And again, listen. If in the first 15, 20, 30 minutes you've heard it before, wipe them off your list, okay? Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. But you can be a little choosy this time around. It really feels like it, and also too, there's been some of my Sagittarius, I'm being drawn to that Page of Ariel, and I feel like my Sagittarius there's been some of you, maybe more, that people have been, oh, you're always thinking about your work. You're thinking about your work. You never care about us. Yes, there is such a thing as a work-life balance, but sometimes you have to put your energies towards your work. And if they can't be supportive of that, I don't know. Just saying. I don't know. Just saying. I'm not saying, again, too, the work-life balance is important. They want to know that they're important to you, too. But I feel like you give up a lot in your relationships. I feel like you give up a lot for a relationship, and again, I think Libra wants to bring more balance to that. Okay, reversed, 8 of action. Now, 8 of action is the 8 of fire. So there's so much going on right now that it may feel overwhelming to you, and yet it's wonderful to be so busy with the work that you love. Express gratitude for the blessings of heaven that are taking up your time, even if life feels challenging. If you're asked to travel and take a flight, then do so with confidence. I do like that for you. But again, too, Yeah, keep focused on your work because the other things will, I do feel that there are people, that your relationships and the personal manner, they want to take you off of that. They want to be the focus. They want to be the focus. And like I said, if you've heard it before and it didn't work out right for you, run. Okay. Because there's more. There's more. Remember, the 8, what I'm saying is the 8 means that there's more opportunities out there for you. There's more opportunities for you to get it right. Okay? Okay. Okay, what crystal or energy for my Sagittariuses? This is reversed. Onyx. Seeing the future, responsibility, stamina, self-mastery. Interesting stuff for you for this Libra season. So, my Sagittariuses, take a moment, go ahead, like, share, subscribe, click on the bell notification because you help me stay on air. Most importantly though, my Sagittariuses, always know no matter what the world throws at us, know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.